So, this is continuing off of the point from yesterday about the election. I really want to emphasize the point that, yes, this is kind of framed as a gender election. It was men who voted for Trump and women who voted for Kamala. And people are really analyzing the data about race and gender, specifically about black men and Latino men. And I don't want to come off as defensive or even like defend all men, but I really don't agree with a lot of the analysis that is coming from people talking about this election, specifically about how Latino men have like overwhelmingly support Trump. It was the majority, like 51% Latino men voted for Trump, 49% Kamala. And black men have consistently gotten a lot of backlash over the last 3 elections now, presidentially at least, about how they support Trump versus the Democrat nominee. And there's a lot of other YouTubers who have been talking about like black men specifically and how they're kind of the scapegoats, I guess, when it comes to these elections. But I really think that this is not, and I don't want this to come off as like I'm blaming white men on this, but Kamala lost the popular vote. It wasn't even close. 10 million to 15 million less votes than Joe Biden did. She just didn't excite a base. People did not come out to support Kamala like how people came out to support Joe Biden in 2020. And all these statistics saying that it was Latino men and black men, like, that's just the wrong analysis to come out of this election. Kamala was just not able to get, mostly suburban white men. And I guess this is a little bit like too much going into the data about race and gender on how these elections came out, but I just feel like people are blaming minorities again about all this, even though Kamala did everything she could, of course. It was a very short campaign. It was like a little bit over 3 months. She said like 100 days, 109 days of campaigning. She did everything she could, but it was a short campaign. Trump has been not just campaigning, but like Trump has been in the political mainstream for the past, ever since he came down those stairs in like 2015, he has dominated the political cycle. So like 9 years now. Nothing but news coverage for Trump. So to try to think that you can have a similar campaign in 109 days, like, it was just a short-lived campaign. So I feel like that's the biggest thing. And now I'm just seeing a lot of hatred. Like, Democrats just trying to blame minority men about this and trying to blame it as like a gender issue. I'm not here to defend all men, but I'm here to say, like, it was a premature campaign. Kamala she didn't even run for a whole year. She ran for 109 days. Anyway, I hope that made a little bit of sense, but yeah. This campaign was tough. And if Kamala won, it would have really felt like the Democrats snuck one in, because running for only 109 days it's just not enough. You have to run for at least half a year. If anything, you have to run for 2 years. Like, it's probably going to be Gavin Newsom in 2028, or at least some white boy along those lines. Like, it's going to have to be something along those lines. it's probably going to be a white man that runs as a Democrat. And not to get too much into electoral politics and like 538 analysis and stuff like that, but this was a very premature campaign, and the results kind of reflect that. Okay, bye.